It's an assault on human liberty, isn't it? And as I've mentioned, this is a hill to die on. How ironic that this should happen in Oxford, which is, of course, the location of Oxford University, one of the great sort of focal points of Western enlightenment and Western ideas, liberal ideas.
Absolutely, which is why I believe it's been targeted. I mean, it's quite well documented and quite well known that the Chinese Communist Party makes huge donations to top universities and actually pays for whole colleges. Some of them are completely owned by the CCP now. So no, I'm not surprised at all. Actually, they go for the intellectual centres and they go for the power centres. Yeah. So yeah, we're in bed with them now. Jeremy Hunt's married to somebody who gets a cheque every week from the CCP. Welcome to dystopia. Here we are.
Right. A man who spoke admiringly of China's lockdown policies.
Yeah, pulling people out of their homes and putting them in re-education centres. No, sorry. Camps. No, what were they called?
Oh yes, these
quarantines.
Quarantine.
That's right.
It's a polite word for it.
Yeah,
and it is a concern, and it all originates, ironically, from a supposedly freedom-loving Conservative government and Boris Johnson. He's no libertarian. The bottom line is that he talks a good game, but we set a precedent when we shut the country down for 3 weeks. Yeah. My sources told me that Number 10 were amazed how compliant the public were at the time.
So was I.
Right. Well, we all somehow we yielded to that principle of 3 weeks to flatten the curve. What was it? Squash the sombrero. But we were had, and that was the point of no return, wasn't it?
It was the point of no return.
It took 3 weeks to destroy Britain, really.
It did, because the thing is, as Brits, we are pushed and we're pushed and we're pushed and we're pushed, and it takes quite a lot for us to snap. But when we do, I think we'll do quite dramatically. But Boris Johnson, he is what people want him to be. He's a libertarian or he's not. He was pro-Brexit and anti-Brexit. He even wrote 2 leaders, didn't he, for the Telegraph?
He did, yeah.
He is whatever you want him to be.
Yeah, he can't even decide which woman he's in love with, let's be honest.
Well, quite, well, there you go.
Well, maybe he's quietened down since Carrie.